What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the second video on my YouTube channel, and today we're basically going to be talking about the camera gear I use, what I started off with, and like what I intend to buy in the future to up my photography game. First of all, this is my camera body, a Canon EOS 800D. This camera was a upgrade from the first camera I bought, which was a 4000D. It's like the base entry level camera that Canon provide. So I bought that camera about this time last year, took it out to Oman with me in the Middle East with work, and basically too much dust got into the camera, ended up breaking down the internals inside the camera and broke the camera in general. So this is why I upgraded to this one, and the reason I opted for the 800D, it was within my price range, and also it comes with a flip out LCD screen. The 4000D was a great camera for me to start off with getting into photography. It's got manual mode, it's got all the settings you need to learn the basics of photography. It's at a relatively cheap price for a camera, with it starting off around £250 just for the body alone. So this is the lens that come with my 800D. It's an 18-55 EFS image stabilizing f3.5 to 5.6. Great little starter lens for everyone. It provides a good zoom range, obviously 18 being its widest point and 55 being quite zoomed in. And what's also great about this EFS, it comes with a image stabilizing mode for if you are wanting to do videos. So after upgrading my camera with the kit lens that come with it, I wanted to up my photography game, get those better shots for the customers that wanted private photo shoots doing, and a lot of people recommended me the Canon 50mm, or Nifty 50 as people might call it. This is literally the perfect lens that anyone would want to buy. If you buy the f1.8 version, the version that I've got, is currently priced around £100 on Amazon, which is a really good price for the quality of pictures you'll get from this lens. It is a static 50mm, so there isn't a zoom range, so you will only get pictures at a 50mm range. It does come with autofocus and manual focus, but with it being such a low f-stop, which we'll talk about in a future video, you do get that nice bokeh effect in the background, the blurry behind the subject that you're shooting. The downsides to this lens is because it's a fixed 50mm, you're in an enclosed area for say, or an alleyway, trying to get a good photo of your subject, but because it's fixed 50, you can't, maybe you need that extra distance between you and your subject, which is mainly the only downside to this lens. So for 6 months I was just using this £500 camera body and this £100 lens. I was really happy with the pictures that I was producing with just these two items. So if I'd say you can't afford to buy more Canon L series lenses and stuff like that, I would 100% recommend just getting yourself this Nifty 50, £100 on eBay brand new. You can probably pick them up for second hand for around £50 to £60, but I'd recommend this to anyone. Downfall to this 50 is with it being static at 50mm, sometimes I needed to be a bit further away from the subject to get a good photo, so that's why I wanted to invest a bit more money into a better lens with a wider angle, but keep the same bokeh effect that I'd get from my photos. So this is where I went for the Sigma 30, I don't know why it's got a Canon cap on the front, but Sigma Art 35mm f1.4. So this lens is highly recommended among creators and photographers online. This lens will set you back roughly around £650 brand new from Sigma's website or Amazon. I managed to pick this up on Wix Photo for £450, second hand, but it's in mint condition. There's only a few grazes on the lens body. There's no damage to the internals, any of the glass, everything's fine. With most of my lenses being static lenses with no like zoom capability, and the only zoom capability lens I had was the kit lens that comes with the Canon camera. With it being a high f-stop, I wasn't able to produce like the quality I needed, so I decided to upgrade to the kit lens of the more expensive camera bodies like the 60, the 70. I went and bought a 24 to 70 f 2.8. This is the Mark 1 version. You can get the Mark 2 now, but this produces the same quality. The only difference is it's set to 70mm when it's like closed like this. To get it to 24mm, it extends the lens. On the Mark 2 it's the opposite way around, but they still produce the same quality photos between the Marks. That's why I decided to go for the Mark 1, because it was around about £1,000 cheaper. So with this having an f-stop of 2.8, I'll be able to produce the quality of photos I get from the Sigma, but with a optical zoom capability. So this one brand new is roughly about £1,000 on eBay, well Amazon, sorry. Second hand, I picked it up off Wex. I picked these two lenses up on a deal. This one I believe was $550, so it cost me around £1,000 for two lenses. And for anyone that's struggling to produce high quality photos, and they want to spend thousands of pounds on camera gear, or they want to just invest a bit more money into the gear that they're using, I'd highly recommend upgrading your glass before you upgrade your camera body. And with me starting to get into YouTube and videography, I went out last week and bought myself a Rode VideoMic Go. This lens is absolutely brilliant. It upgrades the sound quality from the inbuilt microphone using this one. It is unbelievable. I'd recommend it to anyone. With this only being priced at $49.99 as well on Amazon, I'd recommend anyone to go out and buy this. There is cheaper options on Amazon, which I'll link below. I haven't used them personally, but I've been told great things about them. Also, when we're doing a lot of travelling with work and I'm quite adventurous, I like to go outdoors, do a lot of cool things. I went and purchased myself the GoPro Hero 7 Black. This was £350, so it is a bit pricey, but the specs on this little camera is unbelievable. It's got 4K resolution at 30 frames per second. Video, it's got an inbuilt. And finally, the tripod that I'm using right now is the Manfrotto MK Compactable, I believe. It's a relatively cheap tripod. I do want to purchase a new one in the future, as it doesn't quite get the height that I'm looking for. So the kit I want to buy in the future, currently my aims is to get a mirrorless full frame camera. As if you don't know, I'll be making a video on it. Anything under a 6D, sorry, a 7D is crop censored, so it means that say for this instance, the 35mm is not actually, I'm not actually shooting at 35mm, it's a crop sensor, so I'm actually shooting at around 55mm, but we'll get into that in a new video. I'm looking to buy a Canon EOS R, but the price at the minute is a bit too high, just sitting over £2,000. I did want to invest into a Sony A7 Mark III, but with all my lenses and everything that I use is Canon orientated, I didn't want to then buy adapters. Lenses wise, upgrading, I do have a great range of lenses. I mean, I've got the fixed 50, the 24 to 70, which is nice and wide, or telescopic if I want to get that, and then I've got the fixed 35mm for that nice bokeh. But one lens I do want to invest in is the 70 to 200 f2.8, but that's currently sitting at about £1,500, so we're just going to have to wait for the time being to get that one. I am looking in the future to buy a gimbal, and obviously, like I said before, a better tripod to make these videos better for you guys, start my videography, get that up and running. As these, even though the lenses have got image stabilization, it's still too shaky for my liking. So that's it, guys. That is my camera gear. If you guys have any questions about how much I paid for them, like best prices, where's the best place to buy second-hand gear, and also I'd like to know what kind of gear you use. If you're a photographer or a videographer, just leave that down in the comments below. And as usual, guys, please leave a like and a comment and a subscribe to the channel. Click that notification button to know when my next upload will be, and we'll see you in the next one.